Greetings, fam. We're hoping that you're well and you are living your best and you're protected wherever you are. In the past few days, we have been seeing reports of Nigeria and Trump saying that the US is going to invade Nigeria to save Christians. A lot of people have come up with comments, and this has raised a lot of shoulders because some people are saying, this is all for the US to access the minerals. Some are saying the US is scared that Dangote has the biggest refinery. Some are saying it's true, he wants to save Christians. But do you think that is true? Let's get to details of how this happened. So over the years, over the many years, we've seen a lot of people being murdered by the militants, the terrorists in northern Nigeria, Boko Haram, ISWAP, which is the Islamic State West African province, and Fulani militants. And we have lost a lot of people, thousands. And we complain because we get a whole new president of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, then this one, Bola Tinubu. And these people don't do nothing. It's like they were very ready to invade Niger to reinstate Muhammad Buhari, but they are not ready to go fight the terrorists. So the terrorists keep on killing people, kidnapping people, and Nigerians really need help. That is one. And Nigeria has been grappling with significant religious violence, particularly against Christians for years. Like I've said, we grew up hearing that young girls have been kidnapped. 200 girls have been kidnapped from high schools and since then, and nothing has been done. So according to Open Doors 2025 World Watch List, Nigeria ranks number 9 globally for Christian persecutions, with over 5,000 Christians killed and 3,000 kidnaps in 2024 alone. That is 5,000 people and 3,000 kidnaps in 2024 alone. That is cited in the US Commission on International Religious Freedom, that is USCIRF. The ongoing crisis has drawn international attention, including from the US religious advocacy groups. So the US has a long history of providing development assistance with Nigeria. We know that. We know the USAID. Although the USAID there's somewhere that one of the senators was talking and say the USAID was being used even to fund these groups, the likes of Boko Haram.
Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding.
So there are programs, especially in health, humanitarian aid, HIV AIDS, that have been funded through the USAID. And that is what the US has been doing. However, Nigeria has been redesignated as country of particular concern, CPC, for religious freedom violations, reinstated by the Trump administration just before his statement set to state for heightened scrutiny. This designation, announced on October 31st, 2025, followed pressure from religious advocacy groups, as noted in a letter from the Hudson Institute highlighting an existential threat to Christianity in Nigeria. The specific catalysts for Trump's reaction or Trump's threat appears to be his reactions to the Nigerian government's perceived inaction against these attacks. And on November 1st, 2025, Trump posted on X and on his social media, I don't remember the name of the social media, calling Nigeria a disgraced country and warning that if the government did not act swiftly to protect Christians, the US would cease aid and consider military intervention. He stated, "If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. This rhetoric aligns with the administration's recent CPC designation and reflects an escalation from diplomatic pressure to a direct threat. Although Nigerian President Bola Tinubu countered these claims on October 31st, 2025, defending his government's effort to protect religious freedom and rejecting accusations of intolerance. However, no immediate official response to Trump's military threat was noted. We also saw on November 1st the U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reinforcing Trump's stance. Posting on X, he said that the Department of War is preparing for action contingent on Nigeria's failure to curb the violence against Christians. This indicates a coordinated policy shift within the administration, moving beyond rhetoric to operational planning. Today being that November 2025, we saw Trump saying that if Nigerian government continues to tolerate the murders of Christians, the United States will immediately cease all aid in Nigeria and could very well intervene in this now dishonored country. That is what is happening. That is what has been happening. So my take on this, okay, we know that China is not providing some mineral resources, the very important precious stones, to the US, and the US is looking for other ways. You have seen Venezuela, like the US pushing Venezuela to the corner because they need a lot of energy. But I need you to understand that Nigeria as well has this, and that's where a lot of people are saying, always, we have noted that whenever you see an intervention, even in Iraq, in those countries, whenever you see an intervention by the US, it means that they are looking forward to getting something from that country. That is the US for you. It's about Christians. We have their friend, their newfound friend, the president of Syria. His name is Ahmed Hussein al-Shara, who was to the US a very huge terrorist, guy, and who was persecuting Christians. But now he's their friend. You see them meeting him, and now he's on their side. So it's not about saving Christians, but not to say that the people of Nigeria don't need it. They do need help. And if you ask me, the people of Nigeria need to rise up. Like sometimes ago, there was some news of a coup. I don't know if it was real or it was a pretense, and they fired the big guy of the military. But Nigerians need help. And the best thing that can happen is what is happening within the AES. I mean, the three countries of the AES are fighting heavily. They are fighting and they are winning. We have seen Burkina Faso from getting back their land from 40% to like 72% or 75%. They're fighting hard and they will win. Now it's time for Nigeria to join these people. And not just Nigeria, we have Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Cote d'Ivoire. They need to come together and fight these insurgents. And Cameroon, by the way, because it happens within the triangle of Cameroon, Nigeria, and Chad. So this is something that needs to be done. And I don't support what this guy is saying, because definitely whenever you see them intervening, they intervene. Like in Ukraine. Ukraine has to pay, and they will pay dearly. So let me know, what do you think in the comment section? Let me know what do you think about this. It's raising a lot of questions, and a lot of people who have woken up know that this is not about Nigeria, because as Tiani said, they are the same people, the imperialists are the same people who started these groups, and that's why even the same people are saying USAID was used to fund these groups. So you cannot tell us that now we don't want them. It's crazy. But there is information online, and it's there people who are speaking about it. So Nigeria need help. Nigerians need help. It's too much. It's too much that our people are being unalived every day, and even Tinubu, there's nothing important other than getting himself a beautiful yacht and all that. Why don't you do like the AES is doing? Buy a lot of weapons, more sophisticated than the ones these people are using. Go finish these things early in the morning. Brothers and sisters, please continue talking about Africa. We see you in the next video.